Is the Laz 2.5 the best value in golf? Or is it just another cheap copy of a premium putter? Today, we're going to answer everything about these putters. Who this putter is actually designed for, who absolutely should not buy it, why it's almost 1/3 of the price of many premium zero torque putters. We'll also go into how the engineering actually works and whether this is the best affordable zero torque putter you can buy right now. Throughout this episode, I'll be comparing this one to another bigger brand affordable zero torque putter throughout this episode. You might be surprised on the results. Let's get into it. So your first question, what is Lazrus Golf? You don't see them in the stores, you see them online, probably in your social media. And full disclosure, I'm not paid or affiliated with this company whatsoever, just giving my honest review from golfing with it. Before we talk about the putter, let's talk about the company. Lazrus Golf isn't TaylorMade, it isn't Scotty Cameron, it isn't Lab Golf. They're a relatively young direct-to-consumer company based in Boise, Idaho, that built their reputation making affordable golf clubs by selling directly to golfers instead of through big retail chains. So they do have the Laz 2.0, and this is the new Laz 2.5, and this is their newer putter that is assembled around a CNC machined aerospace grade aluminum head paired with a true temper shaft and marketed as an American-made zero torque option at roughly $217, far below most premium competitors. So that business model matters because it explains why this putter costs hundreds less, even though materials might be similar to what you hear in some of your other putters that are big brands. So let's get started first. What is zero torque? Here's the biggest misconception. Zero torque doesn't magically make you a better putter. A lot of people go, they buy them, and then they keep them for a month and realize, I still don't have great technique. The zero torque simply changes how the physics of the putter works, where you have it running down the center here, where with a traditional putter, the center of gravity sits away from the shaft. During your stroke, the putter naturally wants to rotate, hence you get the toe hang and other terms with a putter. Now, the other thing is your hands have to constantly manage that rotation with your standard putters. A zero torque putter moves the shaft axes much closer to the head center of gravity, greatly reducing the twisting and tendency that some putters experience. The goal is to help the face stay square to the target line with less manipulation of your hands from the golfer, really just kind of letting it go. So this less manipulation means more consistency and to hopefully sink more putts, especially when you're under that pressure. Check out a few episodes that we have in the library about dealing with that pressure, just different things you can do to kind of calm yourself down before trying to hit that big putt. So let's get into the engineering breakdown. This is where I actually think Lazrus did a really nice job. First, this is a heavy mallet. This is their 2.5, the Laz 2.5. The head weighs approximately 378 grams versus the Laz 2, their other model, that's 365 grams. That extra mass increases stability, and you'll definitely notice it when you're out there putting. Second, notice, it's one solid block, but the weights. The way this looks, they're not just here for looks. They're moving the mass away from the center. Most of the weight is located in this top area here. That increases MOI. Higher MOI means less face twist on mishits. So most of your weight is concentrated up here. Third, the deep face milling is pretty good. I really liked this dual milled face and definitely noticed it immediately when the ball came off the face. What was interesting is looking at this versus my Lab Golf DF3 milling that has those vertical parallel lines running down the top to bottom of the face. I actually preferred the feel of this putter's face over my DF3. Maybe something to do with the milling. We'll see in time. But I will say this softens the impact and it creates more of a consistent roll. No stainless steel in this. This is all 6061 aluminum. And the next is the alignment. Those long white alignment line almost point your eyes directly at the target, know where you're going to hit the ball. And basically everything about this putter is helped to reduce those variables that throw you off. So now what I liked about it, I will say this company knocked it out of the park with the stock mid-size grip. This grip feels awesome in the hands. It has great response when you hit the ball. You definitely get that feel. And I really liked on the website that they give you the option of a standard or mid-size grip, which most companies don't even do that. So for their stock, that's pretty good. They also provide a nice head cover. Guess what, everyone? Magnets. I love magnets. I like it better than the other options, which is Velcro. And I will say, definitely, I've played a few rounds with it so far. I've appreciated everything about it. My biggest issue was getting the distance control in for longer putts with this. It had a nice feel to it where I felt like it didn't blow past the hole, but I did come up short a few times and then also not quite there, but mostly to do with my swing, probably. I felt like it did keep the face straight and kept the ball on line most of the time. My misses with this putter were very minor, and of course, me misreading the green, but otherwise, I felt like it kept the ball true and straight on line. I really like the weight on this putter and how it feels so smooth and easy through the swing. Even with that weight, it's not something that you're going to feel like you're really going to have to pull and push to get it through. Now let's talk about what I don't like. I like this sight line, but wish they could have done a few options when ordering. Or it would have been nice to have maybe two white lines here that kind of frame the ball and keep this one up here. Or just get rid of this one in the back and keep this one here. Or do what Lab Golf and do the nice little T here. I love that sight line. My other worry is with this being 6061 aluminum, it's one solid piece. It's all dark. You can get different colors, but not like a stainless steel. This thing, I believe, even if you accidentally drop it or hit it, is going to show, or you rub it against something. And I worry about the longevity with that, just with noticeable scratches, small dents. I'm particular about that sometimes. But unless you're throwing this putter around after missing a bird, you should be pretty safe with it. And to be honest, at the price point being around $200, not such a big worry. But yeah, that is something that I definitely will say, you probably will notice on it. So who should buy this? I actually think this putter fits several golfers really well. Number one, those golfers that push putts and pushing putts going right of the hole. And this could also maybe help for those that pull putts. It will give you a little more confidence. You're not gripping so tight, with that death grip and over rotating your wrists and really closing the face and too much hand manipulation. So I think it could be for both. But number one would be for those that push putts. Number two, golfers who struggle keeping the face square. For those that are kind of all over the place, I feel like this kept it pretty right on. Number three, players moving from face balance mallets or any other kind. It's just something different with this type of flow. And number four, anyone curious about a zero torque putter without breaking the bank with spending almost $500, $600 on some of these now. This is honestly one of the least expensive ways to see whether zero torque fits your stroke. I mean, you have other options. You can go on Temu, you can buy AliExpress, the knockoffs, but if you want something here, you're supporting a local company out of Idaho, might be your answer. So who should not buy it? This might surprise you. I don't think everyone should buy this. If you are someone that is a traditionalist or prefers and needs significant toe hang blades, probably not for you. If you've putted well for years with a ping answer, don't change because large golf companies who are marketing like crazy and YouTube influencers are saying zero torque is the future. No, you got to go with what's right for you. But I will say some golfers also report that zero torque putters provide less face rotation feedback, which can actually make that distance control on long putts feel different until they adapt. Even tour players have noted this trade-off. I've definitely experienced it. As I said today, just playing a few rounds with this, that distance control was off. Of course, with practice, I can get that dialed in, as you can too. And finally, if you consistently rotate the face naturally, this design might actually fight your instincts, meaning that if you have a strong arc and you're just over rotating. The $1 million question is, why is this so cheap? Well, it's because Lazarus sells this around $200, while Lab, Scotty, Bettinardi, TaylorMade, and other charge $400 to $700. Here's why. It isn't because aluminum is cheaper or what they're using. It isn't because the engineering doesn't work. It's mostly business. And that's where Lazarus sells direct to consumers. So think about that. There's no PGA Tour staff, there's no limited retail markup, smaller marketing budgets, less dealer distribution, fewer expensive fitting programs. And that's where much of the savings comes from. So don't think it's at an inferior because it's cheap. Oh, it's probably not great. There's a lot that goes on, as you know, into the marketing of golf. Now, does that mean it's built exactly like a Lab golf putter? No. Lab has years of research, patents, premium fitting options, multiple head designs, and a lot of tour validation. But remember, you're paying more than materials. You're paying for engineering and R&D. But if all of you're asking for is, can I experience a zero torque for around $200? This is your answer right here. The Lazarus becomes a very compelling story to try it out. So, is this one of the top best affordable zero torque putters? Definitely. I would say it's one of the better ones that I've tried, tested, played around with, rolled in the store, etc. If your goal is simply to experience true zero torque, premium feel without spending $400, $500, $600, this is one of the strongest value propositions currently available. That doesn't mean it's the best zero torque putter. Remember that. I'm just saying in terms of affordability options, this is a pretty damn good putter. It means it may offer one of the best price to performance ratios in the category of affordable zero torque putters. And other question, would I recommend it? Yes, I would take this over the Wilson Infinite Zero Torque, the 606 model, or the Lakeview. I am usually a big fan of Wilson Golf products. I've played with a few, gamed a few, and when I rolled a few with the Wilson Infinite Zero Torque, both the 606 and the Lakeview putters, it just sat really odd on the ground. I don't know. I tried a few and I thought it was those, but I just felt like I had to move really close to the putter to keep it basically on the ground. Otherwise, it kind of had like a teeter-totter type feel, and it just didn't feel natural having the shaft that close to the body. And then also, I just didn't like the way it came off the face as much as the ball comes off the face with this. What's interesting is it has great reviews, and maybe it's working for those golfers. But then I also think those people for the Wilson, maybe it's their first zero torque putters and they haven't tried this, or they're new to golf. But anyways, that's just a rant. For golfers who want to experiment with zero torque, sure. For golfers who already love their traditional blade or expect equipment alone to fix your green, reading, or speed control, not gonna happen. Remember, no putter, new, existing, whatever they market, no putter is gonna read the greens, no putter fixes bad speed, tempo, and distance control, and no putter can replace practice and proper technique. Remember that. But I will say the right putter can make it easier to start the ball on line of your intended line, give you that confidence. And if you do those steps of putting in your technique, reading greens, can definitely make golf a lot more enjoyable on the green if that's an area that you're weak in. So if you've tried the Lazarus, any of the models, comment below and let me know, what did it replace in your bag, or if it's just new. If you enjoy deep dives into putter engineering, authentication, history, putter tips and tricks, and honest reviews, hit the subscribe button, because that's exactly what this channel is about. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you in the next one.